We are live. Music. There we go. Welcome everyone. It is September 26th, 2022, Monday, and we are going to continue working on Tighnari. We are pretty close to the end. So I was just having a little bit of trouble here um, with the headphones because I use wireless ones and they're running out of battery. I should have taken care of. I should have. No, I should take care of it. Should have taken. English is hard. Anyway, um, as you can see, I've did a lot of changes in the past weekend. I'm trying a new overlay, and the VODs will be available in my YouTube channel for anyone that decides to have this in the background or something. I am planning on eventually editing parts of the VODs to make shorts, or at least short form content. I don't know exactly how I will make, for instance, YouTube shorts, because at least net for now, it doesn't seem like I can make YouTube shorts neither on the computer or on the phone. I think. Yeah, I'll figure something out. It's just something to get discovered anyway, and it's nothing too serious. So, those types of things will mostly change during the weekend. During the week, I will focus more on the work on stream, and in the afternoon, I will do things that are completely unrelated to streaming. But yeah, that little animation on the bottom right corner, I actually made it pretty quickly on Blender, or in Blender. It was pretty cool actually. And it's really smart as well, because instead of animating the whole rotation, I just animated a third, because triangles have three sides, so you can just repeat it 3 times and it looks. I mean, you can just ad infinitum, repeat them, and it will look like it's always rotating. I don't know if the chat is working, though. That is a problem. And I apologize for that. Streaming tools, my overlays. I don't know if the chat is working. So, because the stream elements message passed, but it's not going through the chat. It says it's there, but I don't see it. Let's try something. All right, it does show up. It does show up, and it shows slightly differently. Oh, that's interesting. All right. Now that that's out of the way, maybe I need to have stream elements open. I don't know. Still a bit newbie when it comes to this type of stuff. It doesn't seem like I need Stream Elements open, not Stream Elements, Twitch open. So I'm gonna close it. OBS goes to the side. Yeah. I might change the overlay again. Just to, because I found out that you can, actually I don't even need this completely open, right? Yeah, I don't need this open. I could just have this maxed. I found out that you can put directly stuff on top of the stream without it needing to be an overlay. So the overlay might change, but for now I think it does its purpose. And I also want to thank a friend of mine that followed me while the stream was offline, which is Enlay Town. Thank you for following. And I think that it's all. Again, I apologize for the scuffedness, but a lot of things changed during the weekend, and that's completely fine. Now we will create a new folder. I still need to figure out exactly how I'm gonna go about this. Because yeah, this is too dark. So if I did this, the shadow should be complement. I like to work at least in complementary colors. No, wait. First, let's make something, yeah. Just so we can have a reference. So this is the base color right here. What do we want? We want maybe he's very pale. Maybe we want this color right here. This one right here as well. And yeah, I might go for that. So let's start working, I guess. Can I apologize for being so slow? But it is also kind of a new method. So, yeah. But I am really enjoying making this sort of stuff. So I hope that I can continue doing it in the future. But it all depends on my dedication, my availability, and of course in your interest. So if you're not interested, it's not like I will stop. It's just a little bit harder to gain motivation, but it all comes from ourselves, right? Because if it comes from ourselves, nobody can take it away from us. It's actually not bad. Well, also, I forgot about sclera. I don't need this. I completely forgot about sclera. It's embarrassing. Come on, man. I don't like using pure white, so it's like, as you can see in the navigator, it's not like it affects it too much. Hey, People Weird Vanilla, damn, you joined early today. Sorry for not noticing you sooner. Let me just grab the chat here, as you can see it well, but I need it like this. Yeah, real stream overlay. I worked a little bit during the weekend to have this. What do you think? Might be a bit scuffed, but thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I like the rotating triangles and the color scheme. Yeah, I really enjoy the complementary color scheme of purple and gold and yellow. I don't know why. I just feel like it works really well. And yeah, because like one of the things that I want to do in the future, at least, a very royal, yeah, so purple and gold, yeah. But one of the things that I want to do in the future, and I don't know if you've noticed this, so I themed like the banner of the channel, both on Twitch and on YouTube, as a character, right? And eventually, oh, this is great. Eventually, once I get enough experience, I want to, create stories around that character. Or at least create a story around the character. Stories might be a bit too ambitious for now, but at least create a story. So yeah. Unfortunately though, I haven't watched the shows that you sent. I haven't watched the shows that you sent in the previous stream, 2 streams ago. It was Devs and Severance. I haven't watched it yet, but yeah, I think I will have more time this week. It's just this weekend I really dedicated myself to like learning how to make overlays and things like that. Excuse me. And there's still more things that I want to do. Like the rotating triangles is just a placeholder. I was saying right at the very start that I made it on Blender, in Blender, sorry, prepositions are hard. I made it in Blender really quickly, you know, and instead of rendering everything, I just rendered the third, because the triangles have 3 sides, right, and they keep repeating themselves. So you render a third and you repeat it infinitely, and yeah. Also, I'm painting in that color. I'm painting in the sclera. Yeah. Okay, I can fix this. Control C. Oh, this is multiply. Alright, that is okay. Yeah. It's a bit scuffed still, since I left the music by Game Chops just written there. I wasn't counting on it, but the VODs that I've been uploading to YouTube have been receiving copyright claims, despite the content that I use specifically saying that in the description there's no copyright. It's like, I just want to make sure I'm not doing anything illegal, you know? Actually, the skin is really good. Yeah. All right. I really like those colors. We will continue. Like so. Should tell you where the copyright is coming from. Sometimes it doesn't. That's the thing. Sometimes it just says it's protected and it doesn't tell you where it's coming from. It's really weird. So I think one of them says, and I know exactly why, because I later went to check it out. It was from a channel that has videos that says, you know, they're copyright free, and they're not. They really aren't. Like, you're free to not you're free to have copyright on your work, all right? It is used to protect your work, but at least have the decency of being honest. Because I saw the comments and it was just people complaining that they were being copyright striked. Not strike, like it's like a warning, right? And I should have checked the comments sooner. Whatever. Yeah, claimed. Yeah, I said it a moment ago, but I completely forgot about it. Because like I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna be doing this as a hobby for a long time, and I don't want to have too much trouble with it, right? So making sure that everything is correct is important, and you know, it sucks that I only have 3 votes so far and I already have like 2 claims. It is ridiculous. Just like there is content out there that is copyright free, is just me being picky, because I could use T-Pain's music, because I think he made it copyright free, right? I could use T-Pain's music and it'll be okay. But I think this skin, by the way, I've never painted digitally like this, so I think it's going pretty well. God damn. This looks really good. Alright. So that's skin. I think there's no more skin, right? There, and there. Alright. Now we go on to the shirt, and we... Pretty tricky. I did my first digital painting color yesterday. You did? Oh, nice. It's pretty tricky. But what did you find tricky? And what approach did you take? Like, did you take a line art approach? Was it more organic? You know, it also depends on how you go about it. Single layer. Okay, so a bit more traditional approach. Yeah. It's mostly because I wanted to think in saturation value, but it was hard to adjust and create. Well, in saturation and value. I mean, there's a cool thing that you can try. It has a separate HSV color picker, but it kind of sucks. So hue saturation value. Yeah, but I think you shouldn't just tune saturation and value separately from the hue, because different intensity of light also provokes different colors in the skin, right? This is a more complex subject that I'm not really too familiar with, but depending on the angle of the light, depending on the intensity of the light, you can actually see part of the red that comes from below the skin, so from the muscles. So that's why the red from the Terminator is actually not that unrealistic, right? I understand that you want to work with values in the saturation, but if you separate the hue, what you'll end up with is like you have a yellow, and then all you're doing is moving the yellow in this square. So if you have that yellow, you know, you make it darker, and you end up with this weird, almost olive-like color, right? And you desaturate it, and it's like so it is, but yellow is one of the trickier colors. So some colors forgive more than others. But I actually should do that. Alright. Nope, nope, that's the wrong color. I have to keep looking at painting fundamentals. It's like if you want to ignore color completely, I think this works in Krita as well. Like all you need to do is set up. Let me just set up a saturation layer. Actually, I have it here. I have one here already. You can do a saturation layer and paint it black, and it will tell you the values of your painting, right? So I'll still have to darken the skin a little bit. As you can see, there's a variation in color here, but once you bring in the saturation layer, there's actually no change, you know, because the Terminator is more about color than, or color variation than, what's the name? Value variation. There's light, there's shade. I don't insist too much on the mid-tones, and then I'll still have to do a little bit of ambient occlusion, but for now I'll just keep it like that, and maybe I'll push the purple a little bit, but that's about it. It's not on that layer, not this layer, but yeah. This is a very strong blur, Jesus. Yesterday, I was doing research, watching other streamers on Twitch. Like, you know, making research what makes their stream work and things like that. So there might be something interesting for me to make, or you know. I was seeing this streamer. I don't remember her name. I followed her, but I don't remember her name. It's Tofu something. Man, terrible with names. But she was saying, "Oh, I have a huge announcement to make," and my mind immediately went to, oh my god, she's moving to Twitch just as I found her. Moving to Twitch, moving to YouTube, because, you know, recent decisions and all. I think part of her soul died when she read my comment. It wasn't it, she was just opening a print shop, right, where you could buy prints in different sizes from her previous works, which was amazing. But I felt pretty bad for commenting that. I can't. I can't. But it is what it is. Darker. There we go. It's a good value. Alright. It's like multiplying, it's like, Jesus. Yeah. So, if I'm thinking about this right, currently for you it is Monday night, right? Because I don't want to make that mistake again. I might be a little bit slow, but oh, 6:30 p.m. Yeah, not night yet, but you know, going there. Did you have a class today, or did you just work by yourself? I see. I see. Yeah. Well, it's good that you're self-disciplined. Like, if you do that now, you're gonna go far. So nobody can stop you. Some people have trouble working on their own. That's actually why I started streaming anyway. Because when people are watching me, I'll do less breaks and overall be more productive. You know, despite still making tons of breaks to go on tangents. I have a motorized desk being delivered. Motorized desk, it's like one of those that can go up and down with a button. Because if so, that's cool. Yeah, yeah. That's really cool. I mean, I don't even need this. Or I can just, yeah, I can just do that. How's the face? I like that. Right, we will get that. Like so. Just because I can. So like lively colors. Yeah, we'll do like that. I would actually like to have one of those discs, but in my current situation, not yet feasible. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. A boy can dream. I changed it too much. Yeah. I mean, I got a lot of things already, so. You know, tablet, computer, like a good computer. And I have 3 screens. I mean, technically one of them is a TV, because I don't watch a lot of TV. But, you know, something. A lot of people don't have that. We go here. Take this one, I'll just go directly down. It's so gray. But yeah, I've been watching. I've definitely been watching more streams lately. It's like, although I enjoy streaming, like most streams are just not that interesting. I don't know. I don't know what it is. And the hardest thing is like making an art stream interesting, you know? I'm hoping that by watching a few art streamers I can learn something from them. Because there are a lot of, you know, hardworking people. I don't like to say talented, I like to say hardworking. There's a lot of hardworking people in the Twitch art community that I feel have a lot to teach. Interactivity with viewers. Yeah, for the stream to be interesting, yeah, definitely. Because if you're not interacting, it doesn't change the stream from like a long form YouTube video that you leave on the background, right? Like, why is it live if you're not interacting with live change? Doesn't make any sense, at least to me. But there are some streams that are like completely silent, and I don't know. I think that's kind of weird. I talked about this with you, but if you're already monologuing before chat or said anything, you're not likely to serve. Yeah. That's the thing, right? Like thinking out loud. You think out loud, and it becomes more probable that someone will chime in and leave their opinion, and then instead of being an echo chamber of thought, it's just dialogue, which is healthy for both parties. I mean, for all parties, it might be more than two people. But yeah, I definitely get that. Can get away with it either if you're really good at what you're doing or just working on something interesting enough for perspective to come out. Yeah. That's also why I leave. Oh yeah, get away with not doing it. Yeah, definitely. But that's also why I leave the navigator so big here, because when Twitch decides to get a random, what's it called, thumbnail from the stream, it will have Tighnari's full body on the thumbnail, right? So that people immediately see what I'm working on. The only problem is because I start from the very beginning with poses and things like that, like the first stream of a certain illustration will probably have very poor engagement, because, you know, it will be like a blank canvas. Yeah. In that case, I might like zoom, you know. Let me see. Yo, that value is barely visible. I might tweak it a little bit, but for now I'm gonna leave it like that. But maybe not. Maybe I'll do it. I'll do it. Let's see the change. It's definitely darker. Okay. It's like all these small things that can make a big difference, you know? But who knows? Also, I went and checked the Discord of the raid of the previous stream, and I felt kind of iffy about it because I was reading the rules, right? And basically, in that Discord server, there was a rule that you needed a minimum amount of interactivity. Uh, and like you had to participate in raids and things like that. So they're not raiding people that they're interested in. They're just raiding people so that they don't get banned from the server. And that kind of hurt a little bit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That kind of hurt a little bit, like, because they even said, "Oh, your work is good," and I was like, "Yeah, thanks." But even if they meant it, now it just feels kind of void. Ugh. Yeah, yeah, I'm trying not to worry about it too much. I'm trying. Well, I don't even know what I'm doing at this point because I'm using like different brushes. Okay. Yeah. Is this good? More or less. I might need to tweak it, some values, but overall, I think it'll be fine. Okay. Now we will go here. We need to darken this, so might be a little bit too dark. Actually, let's first paint a little bit here so that we know what we're actually doing. Oh, saving. There we go. A bit too pixelated. There we go. Yeah. I feel like a lot of streamers, they go over the top with their reactions. It's like it's not necessarily bad, but sometimes it really takes me out of the experience. Sometimes they don't feel like it doesn't feel like they react like real people. I don't know. Yeah. What's up, YouTube? Today we're gonna make a triple backflip, and I'm gonna donate $1 million to my good friend, whose channel I own. Let's do this. Something like that. Um, so many things. Like people default to so many different behaviors and social tics, like saying "you guys," right? Whenever there's a milestone or something, it's like "you guys, you are amazing," something like that. And I don't know. Sometimes it feels a little bit disingenuous. 'Cause I understand, right? It's a job for them, at least. But why does it work, man? Why does it work? That's the biggest issue. Like, they wouldn't be doing that if it didn't work. But it does. Hmm. Some of us are tired of hearing it. Yeah, I think. I mean, I've been watching YouTube videos almost since the very beginning of YouTube. I don't know if that's your case as well, but it's like, yeah, it's been, what, a decade? A little bit more than a decade, right? Although sometimes it is dangerous to act too much like a friend, right? Because that also can make people develop parasocial relationships, which is another whole can of worms. So there are some people out there that have difficulties distinguishing the reality from YouTube and the friendly face that those creators need to put to have viewers, right? And the fact that they're not actually our friends. Yeah. Put a little bit of shadow here. A little bit of shadow here. Also, I think I'm gonna dabble a little bit. I'm gonna dab. I'm gonna dab. I'm gonna dabble a little bit with correction layers later on. This is what YouTube meta converted to over the years. Yeah, definitely. That and the fact that I'm gonna sound like a boomer now. But it's like parents nowadays use social media. Not social media, but like smartphones, tablets, and things like that to make the kids be quieter, right? Which introduces them earlier on to the world of YouTube and social media and things like that. And it, I wouldn't say it worsens their behavior, but it definitely changes their development in ways that we might not fully understand, which is complicated. There's a lot of young kids involving in it. And I know that I sound like a boomer, like these aren't video games. That's not my intention. It's just yeah. A cousin of mine had a child, and the child at like 1 year old was already in front of the tablet. You know, that is rough. At least I think so. It's like too easy of a solution for both of them. Because it's not like I didn't have TV to watch when I was younger, so I'm not completely rid of that problem. But it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna put my kid in front of the TV the entire day. Watched it a little bit. But nowadays they can watch the entire day, and that can really be detrimental to them. It's this color that I used. Really, really detrimental. Especially with like mediocre content aimed specifically for kids. Like there's good kid content, and then there's like really mediocre content. That's also a shame. I think it's this color. Wait. Oh, that orange is this orange, I think. Alright, let's use that. But still, there's a few good things from having platforms like YouTube. Like, just the other day I found like an entire course of calculus and algebra on YouTube for free. It's like, that is insane. Hey, some people are like working really hard to save money to go to college, and you can literally get that education on YouTube. It's like a 12-hour video. It's ridiculous. Right? This icon is so weird because it has the square when I select it, but if I select this one, I can't see the square. Looking decent, I'd say. Alright, it does add a little oomph to it. I'm gonna need more than that later, but it was only Khan Academy. Yeah. Actually, now that you speak about it, I had a Skillshare subscription. It was actually not bad. I had a Skillshare subscription, right? And I didn't know that the subscription renewed. So like this weekend, it renewed automatically. And yeah, it took so much money from me, dude. Oh Lord. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid because I knew that I was gonna have a year a year gap, or a gap year, I mean, from studying, because I failed to enter last year, or at least from formally studying. I was still studying on my own, right? So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try that Skillshare thing that everyone's talking about. It's not bad, actually. It's really good for intermediate level and for beginner level. Um, but Jesus, it was so bad. Like seeing that it took another year. Wow. It was actually better than I expected. I just thought, YouTubers get sponsored by it and they just start, oh yeah, it's really good. I just did this lesson. My voice. I just did this lesson and things like that. No, it's acceptable. And there's definitely a lot of lessons that I look at it and go, how did this get here? This is not what you're advertising. They are really bad. Like, in my eyes, there are lessons there that I could make a better job at teaching, right? Like shitty how to draw anime guides, where you can see that even for anime the proportions are completely ruined. I don't know what's happening to me today. I'm just throwing shade everywhere, but it's true. It's true. Like, but then there are some really good ones. There was one about storytelling that I really enjoyed. There was the better ones, I think, are the traditional ones. The traditional ones, traditional painting, is like really good. I watched a few of those and it was really good. Maybe because I'm also a beginner when it comes to traditional, but I mean, I consider myself a beginner in everything, to be honest. This doesn't look right. This doesn't feel right. I did one with, which was like painting with acrylics, and it was really good, really really good. I did one that was about watercolors. It was also very good. Speaking of watercolors, I found the watercolors that I talked about previously. I found them, but they're not scanned. So I gotta, oh, sorry. I gotta find a way of like show this to you. Maybe tomorrow, if you're here, I'll take some photos. It's like, once you look at them, you might think, oh, they're nothing special. But they kind of feel like it was a machine that did them. So it's really cool. Yeah, an AI prompt. Ah, dude. I think people are freaking out too much about the AI art. Like, people said the same thing about photography. Oh, the photography is gonna kill the artists. It's not. It's not. You just move along. Like, sure, realism stopped being as big of a thing as it was. You know, now it's more like we've talked about this already. Nowadays it's more of a, you learn realism first so that you can learn a stylized representation later, right? It's the fundamentals. Like maybe AI will have a big impact, say, for coming up with concepts. You know, you come up with concepts in AI, but then you develop them by hand, and you know, it streamlines the process a little bit. Since concept art is a bit iterative, it's more or less like how the AI itself works. It's iterative. It picks up things that already exist and interpolates new interpretations from it. Saw news of an AI comic that got copyrighted today. I saw a panel, a comic panel that was made by an AI completely, or at least the images were made by AI, and it was not very good. Let's put it that way. It was not very good. It's gonna be pretty hard to either maintain a consistent style for the comic exactly, or look different from comics versus others using the same model. Yeah, the problem is even the model is like, at least the panel that I saw, even the character itself changed, and I think that affects a lot the immersion of it. Like the landscape was constantly changing. It was weird. It was a weird experience to see that panel. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's still too young. It's like artists, I say this not in a bad way, but I think we as artists are lazy people in the way that we look for ways of less resistance to do our creative work, right? Yeah, by look different, I mean overall feel. Yeah, it feels different, because you can tell my journey from Stable Diffusion, for example. Yeah, yeah, they have different approaches. It's like I have no doubt that, for instance, AAA studios will find a way of using AI to streamline their concept phase, right? Like once that thing gets defined, they're probably gonna be like, okay, we're gonna churn out 300 concepts, and we'll pick what's best, and then put it back inside the algorithm, and then like the artists will tweak the final result. I don't really care about the AI thing. I'm more interested in the process of art myself than results. Yeah, that's another thing, right? The process of art. Like, people are very focused on the final thing, when for a lot of people, the interesting part of art is that, you know, someone dedicated themselves to make it. It has a process. AI art probably has like a progress bar, and that's it. You might have to like search for the right words for the prompt, but it doesn't hold much value. It really depends on what you want to do. Like, if you want to have cool pictures, fine, you know, AI art is definitely capable of producing interesting pictures, albeit kind of interpreted from analyzing other artists' works, but okay. But some people are not after that. Some people are after collecting work from specific artists, things like that, right? Dedicating themselves to following a certain artist. That doesn't make a lot of sense with AI art, right? I just think it's a neat tool. It's a neat tool. Like the same way a person can take a photo, right? It has a realistic representation, immediate, right? With Polaroids, you can even print it immediately. And that's that. An artist can do that. But a regular person can also do that immediately with a lot less work. But it's about different ways you see the world. But artists talk about using it as a tool at least. It's useful for thumbnail and storyboarding. Exactly. It's faster. So, yeah. I have no doubt. Once people figure out exactly how to use it correctly, it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane. Like artists, instead of because you write the prompts by hand, right? Like not by hand, like with text. So it's gonna be insane. Like, oh, there's a storyboard. I'm gonna write. Also, why is it not working? Why is it? Oh, it's blending, right? Or blurring. They will like figure out a way of. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, this will have to be on top of that. There we go. Yeah. Once artists figure it out, it's like storyboarding is gonna be people writing the exact prompt necessary to generate an image good enough to just pass an idea. So you write a sentence and you have a full storyboard, pretty much. Yeah, I think people freak out too soon. So some people don't know this, but it's like I don't know if it's edit. Yeah, so colorize. I think it's colorize, right? This, technically speaking, it's AI, right? It's right there. It's right there. The only thing that I think it's a bit not so great is not asking for artists' permission to train the AI. Right? Because then it becomes a lot harder to fight forgeries and things like that. There are a lot of artists that don't put their signature on top of their artwork, and the computer can get a really good grasp on your style. So I think it's necessary that we need to be careful about that, at least. there's an extreme point where if you don't want your art to get stolen, don't post it at all. I mean, I understand, but it's kind of like that's even worse than I'll pay you in exposure, because now you don't even have exposure. Don't network mission critical systems. Yeah, but people need to see it. If you don't sell your art, like if you're an artist that does art for a living and you need to sell your art, but you can't make it public, then nobody's gonna see it. Like the only way would be to be physical. But then again, if it's like, imagine you sell a physical print, it can be digitalized or digitized. I don't know how you say it in English, but it can be scanned and used as an image to train an AI. You can't, at least in my point of view, you can't really go around it. It's just, yeah, it is really complicated because we are assuming some level of decency that we know for sure that people don't have. People don't have decency. Like they will try and steal things. It's insane. Oh, this looks sort of acceptable. I might make it a little bit more here. A little more here, a little bit more here, maybe. Yeah. I gotta get a painting session in tonight. Thanks for the chat. Good luck with the rendering. Thank you. And yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Practice makes perfect, remember. And patience. Lots of patience. Yeah. I think this shadow is too close to actually be blurred. I think I should just blur this a little bit, but everything else is too close. If it's close, it's a harsh shadow, so we shouldn't, or at least I think I shouldn't blur it too much. But yeah. And of course I'm talking. People weird said I was monologuing. But it's not just monologuing, you know? There might be someone watching the VOD right now. And I'm also talking to you, you know? Because it's still a small channel, if there's a comment, I will read it. So if you have any opinion about this, you can leave it. But yeah, that's pretty much where I stand. I think AI will be a useful tool for artists. It might change the landscape of commercial art, but we artists always find a way. Also, reminder that So today's the 26th. On the 29th, so not too far from now, is when the results of my masters come out. So it might be a day to celebrate, or it might be a day to regret. But honestly, if I do not enter, I think I'm just gonna try again next year. Nothing's really stopping me. And if I don't enter, at least the schedule will be more stable. Because I'll have more time to stream. If I do enter, I might have like stream me working for college, which might not be interesting for some people, depending on the things that I have to do. We'll see. We'll see. I can't say that the odds are not looking great, but you know, I've done the less probable things. So I'll take my chances. Also, now I'm thinking about it, I'm actually listening to a playlist, so I hope that no ad comes in between music. Actually, that was not what I wanted to do. I'm still in the first one. Yeah, I'm still in the first one. So, how long have I been streaming? Granted, the music should be an hour and a half. Yeah, around an hour and a half. So we have 2 hours and a half still in front of us. Very good. Still plenty of work to do, because we're only doing the shadows still. Actually, yesterday I let the microphone fall, and I was super worried that it would have done something to it. I swear my level of irresponsibility is incredible. And it's not like the place where I'm streaming is untidy, right? Just I don't know, man. It's close to my left arm, and I needed to grab something from behind the microphone, and it just fell. Am I stupid? Please don't answer that. Please don't answer that. I know how the internet is. It's a rhetorical question, goddammit. Of course. I just hope the shadows aren't all like too soft. You know? From here, like, not much changes. Okay, can do this. We can do a little bit this here. I'm still thinking on the. I'm gonna dab. So stupid. Oh, I can actually do a little bit here. I'm still trying to keep some hard shadows, or at least hard sides to the shadow. But definitely looks better. It will pop out more once I add ambient occlusion and lights and things like that. I hope I can get it all done today. I'm not really feeling the 5th day on this. And like it would be like 20 hours watching me barely doing any work. And that's not good. Let's follow a bit the logic of the hand here. All right, pretty much this, right? It's necessary. Really cool. Nice. Actually, here we might blur it a little bit. Here. Yeah, we blur it a little bit here. We do a little bit of blurring. I get so used to. I changed the place of the chat, and now I'm looking always to the wrong place. Put it right there. Yeah, the hand's looking good. Oh, actually, the hand is looking a bit weird. I lied. Something like that. Looks better. Rub shading. There. Light coming from here. It should be fine. Should be fine. It's like famous words, you know? Famous last words. It should be fine. Yeah. Keep telling yourself that. Alright. Light. There might be a little bit of light here. No? Just a little bit. Perhaps. Interesting. Kind of sleepy. Okay, now I've been live for an hour and a half. Good. Good. What do I have? I don't think I have this color. Right? No, I do not. All right. Leave it like that. I think that's the same color from the bow. So I guess we could start working on that. It's best if we do something like this. It's actually an interesting choice. Hatching instead of luring. I don't know if I talked about this already, but I say a lot of ums. I wanted to change. I mean, I have changed already, but I wanted to eventually on my next piece use the line art brush instead of with opacity, just with varying thickness, but you know, fixed opacity, because I don't like it. I don't like when it varies. I want line art to like define the shape. I don't know, but I'm also kind of used to the traditional way, so maybe the opacity varying is not that bad. I'm actually gonna do something different here. It's the same color. I'm gonna vary it like that. Just to have a little bit more vibrancy to it all. Actually, good thing I have this. Come on. This is supposed to be this color. Take this. I'm gonna take the color again. What is that? Oh, that's oh wow, I really missed that one. I'll make that white, but Yeah. Completely missed out this one. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Nobody noticed it, right? Nobody noticed it. If anyone noticed it, you're either lying or you're gonna get banned. Now, here I also need to paint. I think this isn't painted. Yeah, it isn't. Huh. So I did miss a few spots. Well, that's okay. We're not infallible. We're human. And we enjoy human music. I like it. In terms of balance, it does vary a little, but like barely anything. I kind of like this. Sort of a noisy render. I like it. Still gotta see how it turns out. Here? Yeah. I think it works doing it like that. Okay. This whole rendering way, it's like one of the many decisions that we take as artists to feel comfortable with our work, and eventually that will lead to a differentiation in style that you might not even intend to do, but it happens naturally. Definitely more contrasting. So we only did the purple, correct? Saving. I mean, it's not saving. We should definitely save. Here, add some hairs to it. A few thicker ones, and less here, and more on this side. There we go. Now, this and this are the same color, so they use this. Good. Well, they're all in shadow, so there's no need to like be fussy about it. I think I like this more than the blend tool. I mean the blend brush. And yeah, that part might actually have some light in it. Yeah, I know I'm fading over the arrow. Don't worry about it. I will fix it. I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in. Alright. There we go. Good as new. Right, I'm in the eraser. That happens way too often. I hate it. Alright. Now we're gonna just too small. Yeah. Here it might be necessary. This is like not like a good direction. It's not the airbrush that I wanted. It's the clothes blur. Yeah. So what else? What else is there? It's way above. I think I did a more reddish color than that. But oh well. I'm gonna leave it as it is. Mm-hmm. a little bit. I want this to be more charged, so blur it a little bit more. This part is actually sucking. I don't like it. In about 15 minutes, I think I'm gonna do a small break. Because I don't usually edit the VODs. Actually thinking, should I edit the VOD to remove that? You shouldn't give too much work, right? I mean, I don't need to download the video, I can export it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's just a small break too. It's just to stretch my legs and things like that. It's on Friday I didn't do a break, and not only was I super hungry, I didn't feel my legs. I couldn't feel my legs. Yeah. You know, that is a bit bad, as some people might say. So yeah. Good. Just gonna Oh yeah, much deeper. Much deeper. Sometimes I need to disable the layer just to see the difference. Yeah. At least as a rendering exercise, it's pretty good. I think. Let me just test this. So slightly different. Really? Huh. It's good as a rendering exercise, but I think what really sells the piece is a pose. English is hard again. Right. So since this is a very neutral, actionless, expressionless almost pose, yeah, I feel kind of defeated already working on it. So next work I will try to make a more active pose, more lively. Also, anyone that's watching the VOD, if you have any suggestion for something to illustrate, feel free to drop in the comments. I know some people watch the VOD, so they might have some suggestions, and so they are appreciated. Because there might be, things that I don't know about that might be cool to illustrate. I just went with Genshin because, large community. Is that bad? What? I mean, large community and the designs are really cool. So. Albeit maybe a little bit impractical, but yeah. Weird to have all of these colors on the side. If I'm not mistaken, this color hasn't been painted yet, right? Yeah, there's no color for that. So enough. We're gonna fix that right up. So what? There we go. I think I'm gonna desaturate it a little bit. A little bit here so that it makes more sense. Now we also need to fix this here, because it's not just stripes, there's actually difference in planes in the trousers, so we gotta represent that as well with a little bit of occlusion. I actually don't know how long the music will last. I don't know if it's gonna last the entire time. If anything, I'll put it in the Pokemon music. Apparently that doesn't give me copyright strikes, so kind of surprising, since Nintendo is very adamant in their copyright policy. Yeah. Alright, the pants seem mostly done, I think. Now we go on to the boots. There. Well, that should be gray, but okay. These pieces right here should be gray. Gotta fix that. Blur this part. Damn. I just sound like a broken record. I just don't forget my own head because it's glued to my neck. Very well. Blur this a little bit. This up and paint it here. Should actually be gray. Excuse me. Kind of doubting if I should really like leave the shoes, or at least this white part, this gray. I'll leave a little rim light. Probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but neither do I. Life's a gamble, you know. I suck at luck games. So there you have it. Summary of my life. Alright, let's start with the deprecation. Self-deprecation. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I think people will understand. Yeah. So it's about time that I do a small break. I'm just gonna stretch. I'm gonna make a hot tea, and it's 5 minutes. You know, don't worry too much about it. Yeah, I'll be back shortly. So yeah, let me just. Be back soon. I'm back. I apologize for the lack of music. YouTube just stopped. Since there was no activity on the computer, it probably detected that, and yeah, while I was away, it stopped. That's okay. I'm back. I have stretched. Let me just close the door. There we go. And like that. I've made some tea. The temperature is finally cooling down up in the northern hemisphere. So that is when my throat starts to get sore in the morning. It doesn't help if you have to speak a lot. Thing that I'm usually not used to, right? But anyway, let's continue and get this over with. Get this done. No. All right. I think this and this are the same color. Yes, they are. I think we could just do that. Oh, saving. There we go. Gosh. Speaking of saving, we should save. Yeah. Very good. In the boots, it's all more or less. Now this is going to require a new color. I'm almost sure. Because it was a part of the hair that I didn't mess with. Good. Now I go up here and paint a little bit there as well. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Now, bring the hair up a bit. Yeah. Good, good. And of course, the hair does get darker on the upper side, so we gotta work with that. Honestly, if I just have like a stupid amount of confidence in what I'm doing, despite not knowing what I'm doing, the result turns out better. Feels like a lot of the art process is just attitude, which is interesting to me. It's interesting to know. Right, that. Not gonna lie, lately I haven't been sleeping very well. I think it's just stress from having to wait for results. But, and I apologize if I'm talking about it too much. It's just a very important step in my life. And of course, about it, I refer to masters. Because if I do get in, it's also gonna affect the content that I output. As I previously stated as well. So yeah. I think that's keeping me up at night a little bit. So those intrusive thoughts of you know, maybe today I won't stream and things like that. It's just really getting to me. But that's exactly how I stopped streaming. A few months ago. Albeit I was doing 3D, so a few of the followers that I gained are probably not that interested anymore in the content that I make. Honestly, completely fine. Not the razor that I want. It's completely fine. This is not what they followed me for, after all. I can't really. I'm really bad at sticking to one thing. You know? Oof, I gotta correct that. What a nightmare. I also need to darken the green parts. I completely forgot. Completely forgot about that. It's this one. Oh, that's way too dark. What is that color? Yeah, much better. Just need to like hit the proper place. All right, good. Let me just take a sip of tea, or maybe not a sip because it's too hot. So good. Well, at least I am happy to know that the chat works in the overlay. Alerts work shading. I'm kind of worried that this entire stream would have a chat dedicated part that would be completely void. Yeah, this gets in the shade. Darker color, definitely. Yeah. So we're gonna be, yeah, it's a drop shadow, pretty much. Yeah. That makes sense. Drop shadow. Drop shadow here. That should be another color, but I can fix that in a moment. Might be perfect. Okay. Now, it's kind of weird, doesn't it? Try and fix it with this. Something that I need to learn. Okay. Hey, it's pretty much the same color. This will work. This will work. Just here where there's a lot of shadow. Right. Where am I missing stuff? I actually don't think I'm missing stuff. Oh, the green in the bow. Yeah. I don't know if that's like a unique green in the piece, actually. It's this. Right. We can something like this. Small indicators of volume. Yeah. Okay. These are not the same color. Okay. Okay, these are not the same colors. I was thinking that they were, but they are not. Good to know. Good to know. Oh yeah, the small details are gonna kill me. No. Just realized. Okay, it's more or less the same thing, so I can get away with this. After this stream, I think I'm gonna take a nap. I am really tired. Another sip of tea. So good. Really soothes my throat. Well, basic shadows are done. I think I'm gonna just make I know I said in previous streams that I was gonna do cell shading, but I might actually not do that. Just trying to see how I could potentially like make interesting lighting. Yeah. All right, we have an overlay there. I'm gonna use a multiply with a purple, one of the darkest colors, desaturated. Just to harshen the shadows a little bit, you know? Like, have no fear of losing certain lines. It's about testing methods, so we need to go fearless into this. Just gonna do, yeah, it really pops, so it's really, really interesting. Now what we want to do, what is this? Okay, what I want to do is select that and this area as well. This. Right, I think that is all. Now we turn this on. Oh, okay. If I'm in the folder, it doesn't let me. What's this? Yeah. Right. I'm actually satisfied with this. I think I'm gonna. Just end it. Oh, that's rough shading. I want this. Yeah. That feels okay. Close that folder. What is this? Oh, it's just that. Actually, we can work a little bit on that as well. Because do something like this. Right? And yeah. In terms of values, it's not bad, I think. But I might just say I'm not good at judging it yet. Let's just Right. Brushes for leaves. I don't remember where I left them. Maybe it's here, actually. I'm a bit lazy. So I think it is enough learning for now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I might just fix a few things on the overlay. Yeah, because I don't want his head to be glowing. The bow is fine. I think it's a good idea even to leave the bow glowing. But everything else is like unnecessary to be glowing. Yeah. I think I'll leave it like that. Uh, okay, so it's about 3 hours of stream. It was a little bit less than I was expecting. Uh, I don't know if we ran out of music. No, it's just YouTube. I wasn't expecting to finish so soon. Because there's really nothing else that I want to add to it, you know? Let's just focus, not focus, fix, that's the word. Let's fix this real quick. Wait, what? Oh, for some reason it changed. Let's just do this. Okay, in terms of values, not bad. Just sort of this. Yeah, no, it's mostly the character that has a high contrast. I remember that it might be a good idea to add some highlights. Oof, way too big. Way too big. Honestly, it's kind of good news for me that it was faster than intended, so I can get some proper rest. Metals was important to have. What happened here? Doesn't matter. I remember that I took from here. It's kind of weird though. I might have failed to select the area, and when I erased all willy-nilly, I also erased the arrow for some reason. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, the highlights are barely visible, honestly. Not sure if it's worth it. Yeah, that is it for this stream. I want to thank everyone that joined. And anyone that might be watching on YouTube. And yeah, tomorrow, same time, 9 a.m. GMT. And I'll see you there. Goodbye.